I have full control over this song, its melody, and style. Watch the full video to learn how to level up your music creation skills with AI. So this video is basically a follow-up to my previous video about Suno, and I really recommend watching that one too, since I won't be repeating all that stuff here. I'll drop the link down in the description. And hey, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson. I'm going to show you step by step how to do this from the very beginning. But first, let me give you a quick run through of the full song creation process so you can see how to create your song with way more control. So I've created a song with way more customization than what most people do on Suno. You know how usually folks just type in a style and add some basic instructions? Well, that doesn't really give you much control over your song. What I'm doing here is different. I'm actually deciding the melody, choosing the exact music style, and basically getting way more control over the final sound. It's a total game changer compared to how people typically create songs in Suno. So let me walk you through the exact steps I used to create this customized song. You're gonna love how much more creative freedom this gives you. So here's what I did. I wrote my own song lyrics, came up with a melody, sang it myself, and then uploaded the whole thing to Suno Studio. That's the first step you gotta do. But before we dive into the process, let's take a listen to the song I composed. Check this out.
I still want you, baby. This feeling's right. Under streetlights, we can own the night. Yeah, I see it shining in your eyes tonight.
Okay, don't freak out when you hear my voice. I'm definitely not a professional singer. I actually enhanced it a bit in the studio, and I'll show you how to do that too if you want. But here's the thing. It honestly doesn't matter if your voice is good or bad. Alright, so let me walk you through this. Let's say this is the voice recording you just uploaded. Here's what you're going to do. Click on Add Track down here. Then select the entire section. Now, in the context bar, choose Vocals. Next, in the style box, type exactly how you want your voice to sound. For example, I'm going with airy male vocals suitable for an EDM track. And don't forget to add your song lyrics. Just copy and paste them in there, then hit create. So that's how you turn your regular voice into something more professional. So now I've got the vocals ready, and this is where it gets really cool. I have complete control over this song. I'm the one who wrote the lyrics, came up with the melody, and now I've added keyboard, drums, bass, synth, and all the other instruments. Let's take a listen to how it sounds so far before we move on to the next step.
Yeah, I see it shining in your eyes tonight. Just hold me closer, don't you dare let go.
I created each instrument separately. That's how I get way more control over my song. Once you're done with all that, select all the instruments along with the vocals and bring them over here. Think of it like making a cover song. The lyrics will automatically fill in. You just need to write your style. Then open up the advanced options and adjust the sliders however you want. Hit create, and here's what we get. And now I've extracted all the stems and done some more editing. Check out what we ended up with. Now let's create a brand new song together, step by step. I'll break it down in detail so everyone can follow along, whether you're a beginner or an expert. First, open up Suno Studio. Click on the three dots and select New Project. Go ahead and rename your project. I'm going to call mine Suno Studio. You can either record directly or upload an audio file if you've already got something recorded. In my case, I've already got the vocals ready, so I'll just use those. Okay, before we dive into the step-by-step tutorial, let's get familiar with the studio basics. You've got 3 ways to get audio in here. You can record directly, upload a file, or drag something from your library straight onto the timeline. Once your audio's in there, you'll need to add a track and select the region where you want your instruments or vocals to go. Here's a pro tip. Hold down Control while you're dragging tracks or selecting sections. This turns off the snap to grid feature, so you can fine-tune exactly where you want everything to land. After you hit Create in the studio, you'll see this pop up. Click on Show Take Lanes. Otherwise, it'll automatically just place the second version. When you open this up, you can see all the versions and pick the best one. You can also set your BPM down here. Just click on Manual BPM and dial in whatever tempo you want. To open your projects or start a new one, click on these 3 horizontal dots up here. You can also check out your edit history, and if you ever need to go back to an earlier version, just click on the timestamp and hit Restore Version. Super handy if you mess something up. So yeah, those are some of the basics you'll use when you open the studio. I'll show you more as we go along, so let's jump right in. Let's start with the keyboard. I want to begin here because the synth is going to play based on what the keyboard does. The synth will be louder and more of a lead instrument. If I started with synth first, it would mostly just follow my vocal melody, which isn't what I'm going for. You'll see how this works as we go. Now, some people might tell you to start with drums, but here's what I've learned. When you're working in Suno Studio with vocals already laid down, it actually works better to start with keyboard. It becomes the foundation of your music, playing alongside your vocals and creating the rhythm and groove that all your other instruments will follow, especially for EDM songs. I'm going to rename this track Keyboard. It's always good to keep everything clean and organized as you go. Click here to type in your style, and when you're finished, click Done. Now hit this little button to open up the advanced options so you can adjust the sliders. I'm going to set weirdness to around 27%, style influence to 50%, and audio influence to 84%. Now, let's take a listen to what we've got so far, the vocals and the keyboard together.
You are gone, but memories remain. Every moment I still see you. I am alone, still here again. Will you be waiting where skies are blue? I see you in the dreams at night, in every star shining bright. Will you be there in the light? Guide me through the dark to right.
Okay, before we go any further, let me show you some super useful keyboard shortcuts that'll make your workflow way smoother and faster. Here are the ones you'll use the most. Press 1 to toggle the Create panel. Press 2 to toggle the Library panel. Press 3 to toggle the Timeline panel. Press 4 to toggle the Details panel. For editing, you've got Ctrl+E to split a region, Ctrl+D to duplicate a region. These shortcuts are total time savers once you get used to them. Okay, now let's keep going with our song. We're going to add a new track for the synth, and let's change the audio track color to blue to keep things organized. I'll name this new track Synth. Now drag and select the entire section, choose Synth from the options, and type in your style. Feel free to pause the video here if you want to take a closer look at the style I'm using for the synth and check out the creative slider settings. Before I hit Create, I'm going to move the vocals track over to the right so it's not sitting on top of the synth track. This way, it won't influence the synth. I want the synth to follow the keyboard instead of the vocals. See, if it follows the vocals, the synth will just play the same melody. But I want it to play a counter melody, something that supports the main melody without copying it exactly. Now let's hit Create.
Gone, but memories remain. See, I am alone, still here again.
For synths or drums, you can actually record yourself humming a melody or beatboxing a rhythm, and Suno will turn that into real music. Now let's add percussion and drums to give the song some groove. So here's the thing. The keyboard has this uplifting, inspirational vibe that I don't want to start the song with. I'm going to trim that part out. Okay, I'll remove the keyboard track since it's not necessary. But I do want to add a supersaw synth to the intro. So I'll split this section here, then copy and paste it to the beginning. When we play all the tracks together, it doesn't sound quite right.
I see you in the dreams at night.
See, we created this specifically as a synth track, but it's got other instruments bleeding into it. And the tracks just aren't blending well together. This is still the only way we can have more control over our song though. If each track actually played only what it's supposed to, like just synth on the synth track, we'd have way better control and could get really solid results. But keep in mind, Suno Studio is still in beta. It's not quite there yet when it comes to getting good results quickly and easily. So the next step is to select all the tracks and bring them over here. You'll see the lyrics automatically fill in. Now I'll write the prompts for the style. So the style prompt I'm using is crisp, rich, supersaw EDM house track with an energetic, bright festival feel and airy female vocals. Let me break down what each of these words actually tells Suno to do. Crisp. Makes everything clean with good EQ. You get sharp, clear sounds with bright highs, nothing muffled or distorted. Rich. Adds fullness and layers. You get thick, lush sound with wide stereo instead of thin or flat. Supersaw. Creates those detuned saw wave synths, the signature festival EDM sound. Wide, shimmering, and emotional, EDM house track. Energetic dance rhythm, perfect for clubs or festivals. Energetic. Keeps intensity high with punchy bass lines and strong percussion that makes people want to move. Bright. Pushes high frequencies for an uplifting, happy vibe. Opposite of dark or moody. Festival feel. Makes it sound massive like Tomorrowland. Big drops, reverb, euphoric buildups. Airy female vocals. Smooth, breathy vocals with reverb/delay. Think Alan Walker style vocals. For the creative sliders, I'm setting weirdness to around 34%, keeping it in the safe zone. Style influence goes to 72% and audio influence to 59%. Let's see what we get.
See you in my dreams at night, in every star that's shining bright. Will you be there within the light? Guide me through the dark Every step I take reminds me of laughter in your voice. In my soul, your love sustains. Will we meet beyond the plane?
I'm not going to say I'm 100% satisfied with it, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The best part is it didn't change my melody at all. It followed exactly what I gave it and just switched it to a female voice. Now to edit this further, we're going to drag the song back into the studio. You can either delete your earlier edits or just open a new project. Totally up to you. From here, we can extract all the stems and really go to town. Alright, all the detected stems are ready. You can listen to them first if you want. Now, to switch between version 1 and version 2, click here to open version 2. Then click Insert All, and it'll drop all the stems onto the timeline. You can add instruments, modify whatever you want, change existing sounds, or even add new instruments by recording yourself and letting Suno turn it into real music. Here's the difference. Remember earlier when we created individual tracks for drums, keyboard, and synth? They were kind of mixing together and weren't super clean. But when you extract stems like this, they're actually clean and separated properly. You can definitely edit further from here. Taking it step by step like this gives you more control to shape your song the way you want. So what do I mean by having more control over my song? Well, I have complete control over the lyrics and melody. That's 100% mine. For the other instruments like synth and drums, it's not total control, but I still get way more customization than you would with the usual methods. Think about it. Most people either just type in lyrics and a style prompt, or they upload vocals for a cover. But with this approach, I've got tons more options to shape my song how I want it. It's a huge difference in creative control. When it comes to AI music creation, the only way we communicate with the AI is through words. So knowing how to write your style prompts is super important. If you want to learn more about this, check out my previous video where I covered all of this. It'll really help you understand why this matters and the best ways to do it. Now let's dig deeper into how to write your style prompts the right way. Let's use the same song lyrics from earlier and create a song with different styles to see how this works. I'll show you how different prompts work. We'll add certain words, take some out, and you'll see exactly how each change impacts the overall song. Whether you're using your own vocals or starting from scratch with just a text prompt and no reference track, you'll see how powerful style prompts really are. This is how you figure out what each style does and how you can become a pro at making music with AI. Let me show you what I mean. Let's hit create with this prompt. I'm going to leave the creative sliders at their default settings.
You are gone, but memories remain. Every moment I still see you. I am alone, still here again. Will you be waiting where skies are blue? I see you in my dreams at night, in every star that's shining bright. Will you be there within the light? Guide me through the dark
With just that simple prompt, we've already got a pretty good song. Now, let's change the prompt to make something that's completely ready to go, like no further editing or adjustments needed. We want a finished product straight out of the gate.
You are gone, but memories remain. Every moment I still see you. I am alone, still here again. Will you be waiting where skies are blue? I see you in my
let's see what happens if I don't use any style at all. Let's try that.
You are gone, but memories remain.
So without a style prompt, it just does whatever it wants. And for some reason, it usually defaults to country music. Now let me break down the style I used earlier so you can learn how to write your own style prompts. I'm going to show you how each phrase or word impacts the song. We'll use the same lyrics as before, but I'll go through this style piece by piece so you can see exactly what each word tells Suno to do and how it shapes the sound. Now let's bump up the style influence so we can see this more clearly. Suno doesn't follow your description exactly, but it does understand and follow your commands. I'd say around 60% to 70% of the time. Take a look at how I break down the style prompts piece by piece. Listen to what each phrase is telling Suno to create.
You are gone.
You are gone, but memories remain.
You are gone, but memories remain. You are gone, but memories remain. Every moment I still see you. You are gone, but memories remain.
You are gone, but memories remain.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You are gone, but memories remain. You are gone, but memories remain. Will you be waiting where skies are blue? I see you in my dreams at night, in every star that shines. You are gone, but memories remain. Every moment I still see you.
When we separate each phrase and create individual songs with those commands, it doesn't really make much sense. But when we combine them all together, it actually does make a good EDM song. A bright, powerful, and euphoric EDM anthem with massive supersaws, deep bass, sidechained energy, and a wide festival atmosphere. Energetic, modern, and radio ready. Now, what does radio ready mean? It means the track sounds professionally mixed and mastered. You've got clear vocals, balanced frequencies, powerful low end, and bright highs. It's clean, loud, and polished enough to play directly on the radio, streaming platforms, or in clubs, without needing any extra production work. One more thing. When you've created tracks and edited them in the studio, here's a pro tip. Select the entire region you want to recreate and bring that edit from the studio to the Create panel. You can actually keep your style prompt super simple. Since the audio itself is already your reference, you don't need to write detailed instructions. Just write exactly what you want the final song to sound like. Nothing extra. This actually gives you better results because it goes straight to what you want without overcomplicating things. So here are my final thoughts on Suno Studio. Does it follow my prompts exactly when I create individual tracks in the Studio or Create panel? Honestly, no. I have to generate a lot of versions and do tons of fine-tuning and iterating to get what I want. Do I get full control over my song? Well, if you've watched this entire video, you already know the answer. Is it worth it? Here's the thing. It's pretty cheap, so why not try it for a month and mess around? If you make content or music, it could totally help you out. But let's be real. If you're trying to make chart-topping professional tracks that go head-to-head with real artists, yeah, that's still a stretch. You're kinda limited, and even though you might randomly nail something awesome, you can't always get your exact vision. If you're down to learn more about AI music, smash that subscribe button because I've got a ton more coming. This video, it's basically just chapter 1, and trust me, there's way more where this came from. Appreciate you guys.